Hey guys, I'm Campbell, and I'm here to talk to you a little bit about my furry friends and some genetic diseases that they might inherit. The topic that I chose to talk about is special issues in horse genetics, also known as a 5-panel test. And first, I'd just like to start off with explaining the concept of these diseases. So with that, we're going to talk about Mendelian's first law. This is when you take two chromosomes, a capital R, lowercase r, and then they go through replication as shown here. So each gene is replicated, capital R, lowercase r, lowercase r. From here you can either have non-crossing over or crossing over. First, we're going to go with non-crossing over, which is just your typical parent crossing, and then we're going to go to the most important part, is the crossing over. With this, you're going to have, with each gene, it's going to be a capital R, lowercase r, capital R, lowercase r. From there, you can use a Punnett square drawn here. So then we just take that crossing over and do capital R, lowercase r, capital R, lowercase r. Then you get capital, capital, capital lower, lower, lower. And these are the offspring that you can get from this cross. Guys. So with the information we know about Mendelian's disease, we're going to go on to conduct the 5-panel test. Pictured here, this is what the test looked like. And this test for 5 different genetic diseases. Let me tell you a little bit about them. So the first one is GBED. It's a disease that develops in the fetus. So this right here is a bred mare, and if she was to have or carry GBED, she would be aborting the foal. So it's in her belly right now within the next few months, causing late-term abortion. The next one is HERDA. It's a degenerative skin disease that would cause this area right along the neck and down the back to become ulcerated with any contact. The next one is HYPP. It's an excessive amount of potassium in the blood, causing attacks to the muscle. Next one, MH, many problems triggered by anesthesia. So say one of these horses went under anesthesia, they most likely would not come back after waking up from this drug. The last one is PSSM1. It's an abnormal accumulation of glycogen causing muscle stiffness. So say I rode this dude, and then after his workout he would be very, very sore. So with that information, these are how those diseases are inherited. First is autosomal dominant inheritance. Occurs when a horse receives a normal gene from one parent and a defective gene from the other. So this is her foal. Say she gave an affected and the stallion gave a non-affected, that's dominant inheritance. Autosomal recessive inheritance means that both parents can carry and pass on the faulty gene. The parents each have one defective gene, but are not affected of the disorder. And the last, coming from a mare, is X-linked or sex-linked recessive inheritance. This occurs when a mother carries the affected gene onto one of her 2 X chromosomes and passes it on to her son. So say she has a stud colt and she was affected, she would pass one of those onto her son.